The Indian government has confirmed that the 39 Indians that went missing in Iraq in 2014 have died. India's External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj informed Parliament that Iraqi authorities helped exhume and conduct DNA tests on the bodies from a mass grave at Badush in Iraq. The bodies were sent to Baghdad for the DNA testing. The Minister of State for External Affairs, General VK Singh, who had discovered this mound during a visit to Badush, will travel to Iraq to bring the bodies back to India in a special flight.
हम सब जानते हैं कि वर्ष 2015 के जून महीने में इराक में हमारे 39 भारतीय ISIS के द्वारा बंधक बना लिए गए थे। आज मेरे पास दोनों बातों के पक्के सबूत हैं। पहला कि हरजीत मसीह की कहानी सच्ची नहीं थी और दूसरा भारी मन से कह रही हूँ वो लोग मार दिए गए हैं।
Addressing reporters later in the day, Ms. Swaraj said that the government waited to announce these deaths since it wanted to be absolutely sure about the identities of the bodies that had been found. These 39 Indians were kidnapped by ISIS in June 2014. Among the bodies discovered, 27 are from the state of Punjab, 4 from Himachal Pradesh, 2 from West Bengal and 5 from the state of Bihar. The DNA match for one of the victims from Bihar is yet to be fully established.
ये मिले हैं जब जनरल साहब बदूश गए और वहां एक व्यक्ति ने ये कहा कि ये एक टीला खड़ा है। हमने देखा था कि इस टीले में काफी लाशें एक साथ दफनाई गई थी। जब वो शव निकल करके आए तो पहला प्रमाण मिला कि संख्या 39 थी। उस टीले में दफनाए गए लोगों की संख्या 39 थी। 39 शव निकले, ये पहला प्रमाण था। दूसरा प्रमाण था उसमें से कुछ लंबे बाल निकले, क्योंकि इसमें कुछ सिख बंधु थे। लंबे बाल निकले, एक कड़ा निकला जो सिख धर्म के लोग पहनते हैं। तो उम्मीद बंधी कि ये हमारे लोग हो सकते हैं। वहां से उन शवों को बगदाद ले जाया गया और बगदाद ले जाकर मार्टियर्स फाउंडेशन से ये कहा गया कि जो डीएनए सैंपल पहले से आपके पास हमने दिए हुए हैं मास ग्रेव्स के लिए, उनको आप कृपया इससे पहले करके देखिए। हमें ऐसा लगता है जो प्रमाण मिले हैं कि ये जो टीले में से 39 शव निकले ये हमारे लोगों के हो सकते हैं। उन्होंने हमारे अनुरोध को स्वीकार किया और हमारे जो डीएनए सैंपल दिए गए थे उन डीएनए सैंपल से उन्होंने उनका मैचिंग शुरू की।
The Indian envoy to Iraq elaborated for WION the efforts that were made by the government of India to search for the Indians abducted by the Islamic State militants back in 2014. He said that control rooms were set up immediately after reports of these Indians being abducted came to the surface. Let's listen in to what he told us. Listen in.
To our knowledge in June 2014 that the Indians have been missing, our government has, mobilized all possible resources, and a control room was set up in Erbil immediately after. And we have made all efforts through the Iraqi security agencies, the defense Iraqi forces, all our friends here, media, ICRC, and we have been looking for the whereabouts of the missing Indians for the last close to 3 years. It is with the forensics department in the Ministry of Health in Baghdad.
When you plan to send them to
it will be fairly soon, in a couple of weeks or so.
Well, closure has come at long last for these families, but little hope for justice. WION's West Asia Bureau Chief Daniele Pagani brings us this report from Amman.
3 years after the trail of the 39 Indian workers ran cold, VK Singh, Minister of State of External Affairs, was in Mosul in October 2017, shortly after the city was recaptured by Iraqi government forces from the Islamic State.
Indians were in Mosul when the Islamic State, one of the most brutal terrorist organizations, moved into the city in 2014, and reports say that they were either dead or perhaps held captive in a jail close to Mosul in Badush. But there was no evidence to support these reports. VK Singh was carrying DNA samples the government of India took from the families of the 39 Indians.
It would be matched with the scores of bodies recovered from a mass grave found south of Mosul, and another containing the remains of at least 600 bodies found near Badush prison not far from Mosul. Sushma Swaraj has confirmed the remains were found in a mass grave in Badush. This does suggest the Indians may have been killed in 2014 itself, when the Islamic State is known to have emptied the Badush prison, separated the Shia Muslim prisoners, Yazidis and Christians from the Sunnis, taken them to the desert and shot them dead. There were various reports that the Indians were being used as manual labor by the Islamic State for transporting supplies including arms and ammunition and various other functions. But these reports were largely based on hearsay, and given the ongoing conflict there was no way to verify any of these claims. What happens now? The priority for the government is to get the remains of the Indians back so there is closure for their families. VK Singh is expected to be in Baghdad soon, where the remains of the Indians have been brought.
There is the question of justice. Who will ensure justice for the 39 Indians and for their families? Technically it should be the Iraqi government, but the Iraqi government is trying to find a way to keep together a country shattered by many years of war and then of civil war, where families, neighbors and friends turned against each other and became enemies. It won't be easy in this scenario to find the ones who killed the 39 Indians. And for all we know, the killers of the 39 Indians could be dead, but they could also be on the run or hiding in one of the last desert bases that the Islamic State has. Daniele Bagani from Amman, Jordan, for VION.
Let's take a look now at how these Indians were eventually tracked. Now, Mosul's Badush village was identified as the missing Indians' last known location. The Iraqi government assured India of help in locating all 39 who'd gone missing. The Minister of State for External Affairs, General VK Singh, travelled to Badush. Indian officials there discovered a mass grave in Badush itself. Now, deep penetration radar mechanism was used to find this mass grave. 39 bodies were discovered in it. The clothing, shoes that were found on the bodies indicated that they were not Iraqi. Other distinctive Indian features were identified as well. The families of these missing Indians were asked to provide DNA samples. The bodies and samples were sent to the Martyrs Foundation in Baghdad in Iraq. Now, 38 of the bodies' DNA samples matched 100% with those provided by their families back in India. The 39 bodies' DNA sample is a 70% match. General VK Singh will be bringing the bodies back to India. So those are the details of how exactly the process was undertaken by India. So even as this distressing news broke, Parliament witnessed stormy scenes. Politics sunk to a brand new low. The opposition was clearly missing the nation's pulse on this subject. Listen in.
हम सब जानते हैं कि वर्ष 2015 के जून महीने में इराक में हमारे 39 भारतीय ISIS के द्वारा बंधक बना लिए गए थे। आज मेरे पास दोनों बातों के पक्के सबूत हैं। पहला कि हरजीत मसीह की कहानी सच्ची नहीं थी, और दूसरा, भारी मन से कह रही हूँ, वो लोग मार दिए गए हैं।
A statement that broke the heart of India. 39 precious lives lost to terror on foreign soil. India is seething with anger. But look what parliamentarians are doing. She is Sumitra Mahajan, Speaker of the House. Lawmakers are supposed to follow her instructions. But do they?
Something different she wants to. Please listen to me. She wants. मेरी बात भी नहीं सुनोगे.
Of course, this was not the first time that Mahajan was dealing with unruly lawmakers, but it was a different day. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj wanted to make an announcement.
She wants to inform about the Mosul's 39 people's death. She wants to inform that, at least listen to that. उसको भी नहीं सुनना चाहेंगे. क्या कर रहे हैं वो? Mosul की बात नहीं सुनना चाहेंगे. No, this is not proper.
अध्यक्ष जी, ऐसा विषय नहीं है जिसे मैं शोर शराबे में रखना चाहूंगी। मैं आपके माध्यम से सभी सांसदों से करबद्ध निवेदन करना चाहती हूं अशुभ सूचना संसद को देना चाहती हूँ, जो शोर शराबे में नहीं दे सकती।
The situation was no better in Rajya Sabha, where commotion started as soon as Sushma Swaraj declared the Indians kidnapped in Iraq were dead.
What is happening to this house? You don't even have minimum courtesies. What is happening to this house? You don't even have minimum courtesies.
Opposition parties want to bring a no-confidence motion against the Narendra Modi government. But can they claim to have India's confidence when they are not capable of mourning the dead? Bureau Report, WION.
Now, all this argument and all of these arguments, this analysis almost sounds irrelevant for the families. They've waited 4 long years. Every new image from Iraq dimmed their hopes. When Mosul was liberated, they petitioned the government to find their missing family members. Months later, their worst nightmare has come true. WION met with some of the families of the victims on this difficult day.
In far-flung Hoshiarpur in India's northern state of Punjab, the family of Kamaljeet is inconsolable. He was one of the 39 Indians who had gone to Iraq to make a living, but was killed by the Islamic State. Kamaljeet's grieving mother Santosh Kumari ran from pillar to post for any word on her son. She says her pleas went unheard.
We got a phone call. She asked us to watch the news. I told her we don't have electricity at the moment. She said no one is telling us clearly. Some are saying they are alive. Some say they have passed away. Sushma Swaraj has not spoken to us. She has not given us an appointment yet.
The 39 Indian construction workers went missing in 2014. They were kidnapped by the Islamic State. The Indian government launched a diplomatic effort to locate them, but they were futile. Preetpal Sharma was one of the 39 Indians who was abducted by the Islamic State. He had left his home in 2011 to work in Iraq. Back home in India, in the last 4 years, not a day has gone by without his family praying for some news of him. But their hopes were dashed today.
We had faith in the government. What can we say now? We don't know anything.
External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj was personally overseeing India's efforts to locate and bring back these missing Indians. Sushma Swaraj had even met with their families last year. But the distraught families now criticize the government for giving them false hopes. Ranjit Singh's family is shattered and speechless. These families have been clinging on to hope for the last 4 years. They've left no stone unturned in their search for their loved ones. These 39 Indians had left India to earn better wages for their work. The Iraqi authorities have discovered their bodies from a mass grave in Badush. India will send Junior Minister for External Affairs VK Singh to bring the bodies back home. Bureau Report, WION.